So now the logical question that should come up is, well, what if you need more than one parameter? Because in all the examples that we've seen so far, there's only been one parameter that was passed in. It's not really that useful if you can only have one parameter. So let me go ahead and clean this up a little bit. And let's go ahead and just say, hey, are these two numbers equal? So we can say is equal. And now all we have to do, and notice how it automatically fills it out here, int equal greater than, and then curly brace. So this is going to be I1 or I2. I'll just change this to an X and a Y. So you put parentheses around it. And then now this is X equal Y. So now we can do console write line is equal 42, 42. And this will print out true, because hopefully 42 is equal to 42. If I change this to 24 is equal, should print out false. So this line right here is equivalent to writing a method of static bool is equal int x, int y, and return x equal y. That's what this is equivalent to. So if you need multiple parameters there, you just enclose it in parentheses. You can do the same with if and other things. So let's go ahead and erase this. And we can say func int, and I'll just say larger num is equal to x, y. And so now this needs to do more than just x equal y or anything like that. We just say x greater than y, question mark, x colon y. And so if you don't remember this syntax, that's using the ternary operator. This is our conditional, and it's equivalent to saying if x is greater than y. So if this is true, then return x, otherwise return y. And so this is returning an int, so it's going to return either x or y. So this is, if this is true, do this, otherwise do this. So now console.write line, and we can say the larger number between 42 and 15 is, and then I'll just say larger num 42, 15. If I run this, I will get out larger number is 42. If I reverse these, 15, 42, I will still get out 42. Notice I'm still getting out 42. So this line right here is equivalent to writing static int larger num, or which larger, or whatever you want it to be, int x, int y, and then if x is greater than y, return x, else return y. So this is just a much shorter way of writing this. So notice that when you start to break Lambda expressions down, it's typically quite simple to understand, and they're usually very easy to write. In some cases, you may want to have more than one statement inside of here. And you can do that by putting curly braces around it. So let me go ahead and erase this. And so action string, action greet equal to name. And so this will be a Lambda expression here, and we'll have a couple of statements. So as an example, string greeting is equal to hello name, and then console.write line greeting. And so now if I was to call this, the other thing is you need to put a semicolon there. So now if I was to call this action greet, Jeremy. Running this will print out, once I put a semicolon there, it's easy to forget semicolons sometimes. Prints out, hello, Jeremy. So you can put many statements in there, and this is the same. We can even put this all on one line, like that. So it's one thing that it's doing. We just have curly braces around it. Now, typically when you do it like this, you only put 2, 3, maybe 4 statements inside of there, but you don't want to write an entire massive function as a lambda expression. It's just not really meant for that. It's really meant for, we need to do this one thing pretty quickly. We're just going to write it out there and close it in curly braces if necessary, but really don't use this instead of writing a big method that you may want to avoid.